pull up my notes. Again, I don't have a fun opening scene. My apologies. But recap-wise, the party has found their way to Tegradoth with Archivist DeLorna, as well as... what's her name here? Tara, Rithtu. Both with the Tensor University, hoping to covertly assist here so that there are no more threats to the Runekeeper, which is one of their prized, faculty members, if you can even consider them that. The party has found themselves again in the icy tundra of Tegradoth, far up near the northern polar ice cap. And it's a continent full of dragonborn clans. Not much else can survive up there. And they have received word from their first stop here that Rykari has been proceeding in a loop around to try and sweep through and hit all the clans before making an approach on Nair Kalar, which is the very fortified land of a clan that used to rule over this entire continent. It used to be Nair Kalar means Silver House. It used to be Silver Spear, which is actually someone from the very first campaign, Valor's Call, was a ruler there. Now just known as Nair Kalar Silver House instead of the Silver Spear House, because much has happened in the past 154 years. The party had to decide between gathering more information or pursuing Rykari and their forces that are nearing Nair Kalar, or heading to Nair Kalar itself, as it's fortified by mountains on three sides. So there's only one approach, and sort of hunkering down there and facing whatever this assault, whatever it might be. We don't know Rykari's intentions currently. So the party found themselves deciding to get a little more information. There was a settlement, a clan nearby. These names, Tsvuku or Dahik, that had a tally of about 36, 38 individuals living there. As they approached, they only saw about 24, I think it was, around 24 patrolling around, and they were all just sort of going about their daily business, but in a very determined, repetitive manner. They expertly coaxed one out, dispelled the magic off of them, attempted to dispel magic, broke whatever magic they were under. Seemed to be some sort of suggestion magic. I think Mort either did know or would know if we didn't cover that. And the woman that had the magic dispelled was able to tell them that there was a stranger. She just can't really, every time she tries to pinpoint memories of this stranger, there's nothing. But she does recall that they came through and spoke of worship, and that a good dozen people left. That there's only... there used to be 36 or so in town. There's only 23, 24 now. They went with her to head back to the town to do whatever they were going to do next. And Erwin tripped over something in the buried in the snow.
Blueberry did. It was Blueberry.
Oh, Blueberry did. Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Blueberry dug it up.
No, oh, that's right. It was a Blueberry, yep. Dug it all up and found that it was a dragonborn, frozen solid, dead dragonborn in the snow, eyes glazed over. And as Blueberry was examining it, the eyes shifted toward Blueberry, and that's where we had ended. So that's where we'll pick it up. Blueberry.
I'm going to send a message. How does message work? Do I have to pick a person, or is it in a radius of me?
You pick a person.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a person. All right. I'm gonna. Sure. Sorry, brain. Oh, I'm just gonna yell out, "Dead person alive! Dead person alive!"
Yes. You hear Blueberry bark this. Oh, thank you, Danny.
I think that Kaylin was kind of going slowly behind everyone towards the town. So Kaylin would probably hear it, and I would go running back in the direction where Blueberry is.
Okay. You see a form sort of twisting and snapping arms up out of the snow, clumps of snow falling down as it starts to sit up. A dead dragonborn with all the blood drained out. The scales are pale. You can kind of see through them a bit. Layers of ice.
So it's sitting up like out of the snow and the ice.
Jerking up in a sitting up position.
All right, and they start to dance.
Doon, 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 doon.
I'll probably be with. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go hybrid form and rage.
Nice. Okay.
Scaredness.
You know what? Roll, if you would, Blueberry. Roll with advantage a strength check.
Okay. Hang on.
Gotta get my dice ready.
Don't.
I'll probably be right with Kaylin.
Okay.
Just because of short legs.
Nice, yeah.
So.
13 was the highest.
Okay, so you...
Was it just a check or a save? Sorry.
Check.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Okay. So you go into this hybrid form and clamp down, and you snap an arm off like a twig. It's just sort of in your mouth now, like a twig. So a one-armed zombie is trying to get up. It's falling over in the snow. Anyone that was approaching or nearby is welcome to do whatever it is they'd like to do. I imagine everyone would see it after Blueberry barked that.
Where was Rain?
I don't know. Probably with nearby Emil, or probably.
I would say Kaylin would probably try to attack it with the hammer.
Nice. All right, are you throwing the hammer?
No, I'm right there close to it, so
okay.
I'm just going to swing it at it.
All right, go ahead. Just make an attack, if you would, with advantage.
Sure.
I'm glad I had advantage. That's nice. So that is a... Oh, gosh. I didn't realize. 27 to hit.
Okay. So you see Blueberry in hybrid form, bulk up in the hybrid form, take a bite, rip off the arm, and the thing's still trying to get up, and you just come down with your hammer with lightning crackling off it and just crack it in the back of the head, and its head just kind of shatters like an ice cube. And it just plops over, dead in the snow. No blood.
Not moving anymore. I'm just going to stand there just watching it.
Okay.
Yeah. Your hammer's almost stuck a little on the ground from the impact. Takes a little...
Now,
okay.
I'm sorry. I was going to say so it rose up out of the snow, right? So there's snow covering the ground everywhere. Kaylin's going to go around and just start kicking some snow to see if she sees any more.
Make an investigation check if you would.
Sure. I'm gonna ask the lady who we're following into the town. Is this where you bury your dead? Is this a normal occurrence?
She's still looking in awe. What? No. We burn our dead. Whatever that is.
What? Kaylin, is the face still in one piece? Or mostly one piece? No, it's completely... No? So there's no way to know if it was one of the missing villagers.
She kind of looks with a little disgust at the thought of checking this creature over now. Looks back at her town. Make a quick check. She comes over to just kind of look at the stuff it's wearing. No, it wears some of our colors, but I don't recognize them.
From what's left.
Mort's gonna call out for Rain. If she can hear him.
You're standing in the middle of the plains calling out for rain? Are you looking at the sky and holding your hands up?
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask Rain if she can see his spirit, if his spirit might be lingering around, and any other spirits that might be around this vicinity.
Do I, Dan?
You know what? Make an investigation check, please, Rain.
That was a natural 20 on mine, Dan.
Woo! Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, so while you're rolling yours, Rain, Keelan, you paw around, and actually, I'm gonna have to see if there's anything.
He's just
else.
like kicking the snow from different areas, like trying to clear it out to where just deep enough where the other one was seen.
Okay.
In different areas.
All right, yeah, you kind of kick around, shuffle around for a bit, and at one point, you feel your toe not get stubbed, but do you want to wipe away some snow and see what it is?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wipe away your snow, and you see here another dragonborn. This one, throat slit like a sneaky, from behind assassination kind of thing. And eyes open and dead, and one eye kind of rolls up at you. Tries to pull itself up, but its head kind of dangles back from the deep cut in its neck.
There's another one over here.
And Rain, you don't see any spirits.
Sorry,
Thank
Mark.
you. Thank you. And seeing Kaylin wander over to where Kaylin's at. Another popsicle, huh? Okay.
What if this is how he's controlling his armies?
How so?
If he doesn't need mind control if they're dead.
He doesn't need to feed them either.
Arrest.
Something to bear in mind.
And then, well, these look like ones that might might not have made it just because of how their bodies have been. So maybe there's, as gross as this sounds, maybe there's a trail we can follow?
Maybe.
Kaylin's going to turn to the dragonborn that we uncharmed.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no idea how these dragonborn got out here.
No.
These aren't your people, or that you know of.
She kind of looks at this other one, sort of. Oh, did you then? Is it you just letting it do its thing there? Is it trying to pull itself?
If it's
up?
not coming out and trying to attack us, yeah.
It's trying to. It's just failing pretty badly currently.
Well, then that's fine.
It's like a goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, this one I recognize. This not from our clan, but this is Tilkari that usually resides at the wharf.
Kaylin will turn back to the others. So, but if he's just controlling zombies, why are these out here?
Well, like I said, look at his head. They just may have, their bodies may just have collapsed. Unable to march on. and let's.
I need to check on my family. She turns to start running towards the town.
I'm running with her.
She runs with ease through the snow here. For everyone else, you're about half speed because of the snow, unless you have something.
I'll fly. I'm
okay.
flying. I've got I forgot I had my wings out, so I'm just kind of flying along.
I'm going to stay with the zombie.
So am I.
Yeah, so am I.
It's eventually going to pull itself up, maybe after a minute or so.
I tell you what.
Ryan is gonna kind of walk up to it, and she's gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I just had it up. Where did it go? I just had it up. Where did it?
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for it.
Now, the spell says the target must succeed or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target's missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 damage.
Okay. It's probably missing some hit points.
Okay.
It's three.
At
It's
first
3d12.
glance, yeah.
Yeah, 3d12 then.
At your level.
Yeah.
But
Because
he's dead.
Not great, bro, but it'll do.
Mm-hmm.
18 points of necrotic.
Okay, you do this Toll the Dead, and you can just see a bunch of the scales rattling. That has a huge resounding toll of a bell, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
You see it sort of vibrate in little bits. Eye kind of pops out of its socket, and some brain matter seeps out.
Yeah.
And it drops back dead into the snow. Like dead.
Oh, that's two of the missing. All right.
Can I do a scent check and sniff the body and see if I can tell if there are any more in the vicinity?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check with advantage.
Cool.
And just while you're doing that, Aaron, when you're about 2/3 of the way to the town now, as she's catching up, no reactions. You don't see anything from the town. Everyone's still just kind of going through the motions of their daily business as they were before.
as we're going, I'm gonna fly a little bit higher and just kind of keep an eye out for more body-shaped mounds of snow.
Okay. All right. You can roll a perception check, Aaron, when and Blueberry, yours was
22.
Woo!
Yes.
Nice. You do.
Mine was an 8, so
Nice.
don't worry about that.
You see plenty of mounds of
snowing.
snow, but yeah. Nice. None that look like a chalk outline, so it's
Yeah, that's what she's looking for. It's just the
awesome. Blueberry, you do a pretty thorough sniff check, and you don't smell any others around here.
Okay,
These two
cool.
are pretty pungent.
I
so.
relay that to Kaylin and Mort and Rain and whoever else is still there.
Gotcha. Good boy, Blueberry.
I'll go back into dog form.
Nice.
and Blueberry vanishes in the snow.
Galithor, what's going through your mind?
That this unnatural set of events should definitely be put to an end, probably.
Nice. Okay.
He'll kind of rush up ahead to try to catch up with Aaron Wynn and the Dragonborn that we unstupefied at this point.
Okay. All right. And how about Devanya?
Well, she's so we came here by sled, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she has this entire time, she's just been standing by the sled, whittling away. She's literally just watching everything going on. Like, watched everybody de-stupefy or whatever, unstupefy this Dragonborn. Watch the zombie thing going on. And, she's gonna walk up to Kaylin and say, I think that those who died are the ones that didn't want to leave or fought back.
What makes you think that?
I mean, pretty much everywhere we went, they're either alive or gone, right? So, for him or whoever to leave, and I mean anyone behind, it would have to be because of an act of rebellion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think we need to leave soon. And Devania's just going to be very visibly uncomfortable here.
No, I agree.
Are you all... Oh, okay.
No, I was just going to say Kaylin will probably start going into the town then to find the others.
Okay. As you all head over to the town, begin... no one seems to really react to you. There's some gestures of, you know, if you say hello or anything, there's some basic responses of, you know, nods. And then they kind of go about their work, step around you, things like that.
I'm staying by the sled. I'm
okay.
not going in. I'm staying as far away as I can.
Nice. Emil, what's Emil up to as you near the town?
So a couple of things. I think that I will make sure my robe of eyes is uncovered.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
So that, I mean, obviously can count on Rain to see spirits, but Emil can only see spirits if the robe of eyes helps him. So the other thing is, I guess this is a pretty cold land, but I think given his affinity, Emil might try and get high ground and look around for carrion birds.
Oh, okay.
Just
nice.
See if he sees any around. And if he doesn't, then he might notice Devania standing by herself and head over there. So that's kind of the Emil plan.
Okay, neat. Would you like to roll a perception check for such things? Let's see if you spot anything.
In the tower.
Exciting.
Anne is going to get bored of that toy eventually, but not today.
Right.
It is not this day.
You want to clean your earbuds? You're just going to have to talk to me because your miming makes no sense. Yeah, that's fine. What? How is that? Okay. Maybe. They're just going to be earbuds. Can I listen to music while I'm cleaning dishes? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You floss your teeth with your earbuds. Well, if you want.
Yeah, we go for it.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, let's see. Oh, right. It won't show up on that one.
Dan, really quick, what time of day is it?
Oh gosh, that's an excellent question. What time of day was it?
And I can't remember. Is it like actively snowing, or is it just? It is.
Yeah. So far, it's been flurries. You haven't really encountered much more than that yet.
Okay.
So a light snow.
Okay. Well, it's so even if it's daytime, it'll be pretty dim. So I'll bring out the dancing lights because I know Dragonborn cannot see in the dark.
Nice. Okay, you bring that out. I'm gonna say I think it was morning time. Took a couple, so maybe like 11 in the morning or so. We'll just throw that out there. I'll
still have the lights out. Just
okay.
Kind of like
it helps.
Yeah, spread out. So it's like okay.
Nice. All right, those dancing lights bounce about. So, Emil, you see no sign of any carrion birds or anything related to any other dead here. You do spot Devanya over by the dog sleds. Let's see, with your robe of eyes, while you don't see any spirits, I guess there wouldn't be anything. A sec, actually. Okay. You do see on one particular individual that is, doing their patrol with a hamper full of robes and stuff that have been washed probably 7 times today this morning because they're just stuck in this routine. Just behind the nape of the back of their neck, rather, is a soft glowing orb that no one else, seems to notice. You saw some of your party members walk right by them and not notice, but it's kind of a bright light about the size of a golf ball that you see.
I suppose I can't tell off the top of my head whether the light is arcane or divine in nature, right? I'm trying to figure out whether to grab brain, grab mortar, grab both.
Gotcha.
I'm leaning towards I need to grab both.
You can roll an Arcana check since you have experience and proficiency in that. I sat down there.
It's in the tower.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah.
I rolled a 1 and he's going to give me the wrong answer. I can tell.
Nice. You do sense, even from here, you sense a little bit of Arcana coming off of it.
All right, this person is kind of doing rounds slowly, right? Like no danger of. Okay, so I will just wander over at a not leisurely, but like not rushed pace, and to Mortimer and say, Mortimer, can I borrow you for a second? I've seen something that I don't fully understand.
Sure. What do you got? Let's take a look.
Okay, so let's head over to this person
Clock.
and
Right.
As we get close, I'm gonna like make a hand gesture to Mortimer to check out like the back of their neck area, and then I'm gonna go around front of this person and kind of do excuse me, hello, do you speak common?
I'll turn around and make a number of guttural barking sounds that you recognize as draconic, but no common.
Oh, I'm so sorry to have bothered you, and then I'll just kind of step out of their way and let them continue. And after they've passed, I will look at Mortimer like, was there something there?
All right. I will give it my best look. Careful not to touch it, though. I don't want to quite touch it just yet.
Okay.
Mort,
you don't see it.
I don't see it?
Mm-mm.
I'll tell that to Emil, that I do not see any orb on the back of his neck. So, that's interesting.
So it was just an orb, no symbols, no...
I didn't see
nothing.
the orb at all.
No, I'm asking Dan as well.
Yes, it was like a luminous orb about the size of your fist. So maybe a little bigger than a golf ball.
Okay.
I just read this description.
Once the person is hopefully sort of out of earshot, I'll explain to Mortimer what I saw and that it seemed arcane in nature, but that I'm by no means certain.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember how much Mortimer knows about the Robe of Eyes, so maybe I'll need to explain to Mortimer a little bit of what I can see with the Robe of Eyes.
Okay.
Because I believe I can peek into adjacent planes.
Yeah, yep, and see invisible objects, I believe. So, Mort, if you can roll an Arcana check with advantage as you're getting more clues from Emil as he kind of talks about what the Robe of Eyes can do for him.
In the tower?
Yeah, You don't have to.
No, that's up to you. This one will be because you'll know the
It's a
result
check.
of this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
It's Arcana. You say Arcana.
Nice.
Call it off.
12 and 13. 13 plus 10.
Ooh,
23.
nice. Okay. All day, that is a scrying sensor. You know, the scrying spell, someone has a sensor so that they can... I think they have to choose. Let me go back to the spell. Either see or hear. You can see, see and hear. So they can see and hear everything as if they were right there in the space of that sensor that moves with the target, which is this individual.
Oh, man. I will relay that to Emil, and I guess we should alert everybody else that this is sort of a bugging device, a scrying sensor. Yeah, like that, you know, the scrying sensor.
But there are 3 of us that aren't in the immediate vicinity. We're
That's
nearly
true.
to the town.
So we have to catch up. But what do we do about it?
Well, I mean, there's 2 things. Mortimer, you need to tell the others, and we need to figure out whether or not this person is a resident of the town or perhaps a spy and knows that the sensor is there. Meanwhile, I'll follow them. I've followed people in towns before.
I will.
And I'll let you deal with it.
How far away is Erwin and the villager?
I don't know. I mean, they probably would have gotten pretty close to... Are you talking about the other party members? Like how close they are to catching up?
Yeah, Erwin.
Okay. Probably pretty soon because can't be that far away. Plus it took a little time to kind of look this over.
All right, I'll let Kalen. Kalen's near me, so I'll let Kalen know. And Blueberry. And then
Are you inside the town or outside the town?
That's a good question. Where do we encounter this villager?
In the town, they're just making the rounds with their hamper of
All right.
clothes.
All right, so what do you think?
I will mentally speak to you. I don't like it.
We definitely got to. All right, I'm gonna cast sending.
Do you have the ability, Mortimer, to get rid of it?
Well, dispel magic worked on the first one, but I'm gonna run out of slots in a hurry. Let me cast sending. I want to let Erwin know to be careful about the scrying stones on the back of the neck. So I will cast sending to Erwin because I can't see her, right? I don't know where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that. And I'll mark that off.
While he's doing that, I want to make a check to see if there's anything going on outside of the town where I'm at.
Okay, yeah, make a either perception check if you're just sort of like taking everything in to see if you notice anything, or investigation if you're like, I'm looking for people doing something specific or something like that.
Got 18 plus 7 for perception.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything else going on outside the town. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nope, everything seems calm outside the town, and everything's just very much running like clockwork within the town. I'm sure that you're able to, catch up with Erwin there or communicate.
Okay. So I said cast sending and say, Erwin,
okay.
Beware all these people. Well, one we found appears to have a scrying stone on the back of their neck. I don't know if that's the means of control or just for spying, but be very careful.
Well, that's good to know.
The Dragonborn. Oh, good. Sorry.
And I think I can mentally respond, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of like crap. And I'm just following her, like kind of like Secret Service.
Nice.
All right, all right, this could be crazy, but I have part of, background. I have jeweler's tools. I'm going to ask Emil, I'm going to hand him the jeweler's tool and see if he could use it to pry off the sending stone. Because he can see it.
It's not a stone. It's the scry eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's the spell
like
itself.
Glowing...
It's the orb.
Okay, so it's not a physical object.
No.
Oh boy.
It sort of is, but it's like it's invisible and it just kind of floats behind them.
Kaylin's going to mentally talk to Mortimer. I feel for these people. I do. But I kind of want us to go.
That Dragonborn woman is just like shaking people, trying to get them out of their stupor. In Draconic, calling their names, but they just like kind of nod and walk around her.
I don't know if we can get rid of this scrying spell and bring all these people out of a trance.
Yeah, that's the only way I can readily think of to, get rid of these scrying objects. Yikes, this is some nasty stuff. You know what? Well, I know it dispelled it at 5th level, but I don't know. Yeah, let's move on. Let's catch up with the others and see what they're finding. She's not going to do anything. I mean, she just seems to be in a daze.
Okay, staying with you.
And we'll try to catch up with the others, with Erwin and the villager.
You catch up, and the villager, is in a panic, and she looks as you two approach, knowing, remembering that you cast the spell earlier. You have to help them, please. They're lost in their minds. Please, do for them what you did for me.
How many are there?
There 20? 23? There are some that work with magic. Please, at least my mate works with magic, and they can work from there. Please.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's point out your mate, and we'll. I mean, we can't obviously do everybody. I don't have enough abilities right now to do everybody, but let's try your mate and see if he can help.
Yes, and she walks like 10 feet back and grabs the person she was wrestling with a minute ago, and brings her over. Here, please. Save her, please. Holding her up at you as they're just trying to pull out of her grip. They're just looking at you, nodding and trying to go back.
I'll help her. I'll help her kind of like restrain. Not like restrain, but like keep them still.
They're shuffling around. Please.
All right, I will cast Dispel Magic. At 3rd level, I want to see if we'll do it at 3rd level.
Okay. That's a great question. All right. Oh, my head. She kind of, looks at Erwin first, and a little puzzled by the scales and such. And then, looks back over at her mate. Yes, Harry. Yes, Harry, what's... She kind of backs up a bit, seeing everyone else. What's happened?
Dan, remind me, what was the name of the Dragonborn at the camp that we just came from?
Oh, farts. It was Sergey, yes, thank you. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell them. It appears most of the town has been put under some sort of mind control.
No.
We don't have the ability to free everyone right now, but we're going to find the source. Hopefully, by taking out the source, everyone will return to normal.
Good.
But it may not be safe for you here. There's a camp just a little ways that way. Sergey is the leader. We came from there. You should go there. They're safe there.
Thank you, young.
I'm saying all this in Draconic, by the way.
Okay, nice. Thank you, young dragon. We cannot leave our home, but I appreciate your kind words. I just need a little rest, and I can start helping. I'll get to work. I think I know. You dispelled then, yes?
Yes. Classic dispel. We'll get rid of the scrying orb. There's all these villagers orb. Have it behind. Was one well, that's what I was told.
One of the villagers has a scrying orb. The rest are just controlled.
Which, please, point them out. She stumbles a bit, trying to regain her energy. Which has the...
I'm going to, as she's kind of stumbling, I'm going to activate one of my runes, and then I'm going to transfer it to her.
Oh,
so she has it's a rune. It'll help you in case anything comes after you.
Thank you.
We need to be going. And I'll give one to the other lady as well.
Okay.
So they both have a rune that'll last for an hour.
Can any of you point out who has the scrying orb, please? I must see to them first.
Mortimer knows, right? Mortimer?
Well, Emil can actually is the one who can see them. I can't.
Is Emil there? Emil's not there.
Emil's following the one that had the scry.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Does anybody else have true sight?
You probably remember the hamper more. I mean, if that's helpful, you probably remember the one walking around with a hamper full of clothes.
All right, I'll point out the person that Emil pointed out.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's please, Yseri, but help me over. Thank you, and just she has no idea who you all are. Good travels. And Yseri helps her mate over there to start to get to work. Emil, you'll see Yseri, the one that was first dispelled, come over with another. And do you want to engage with them at all, or?
Nope.
Okay. You'll see them start casting. You see the scrying fizzle out. The person's still walking along with their hampers as the magic takes a lot out of Yseri's mate. But she wanted to dispel that scrying first. Everyone else, you see the rest of your party on the edge of town. You're actually... are you heading back over to them, Emil?
It'll be a couple of minutes anyways. I just want to observe and see if there's any fallout from this, because there may very well be a reaction to whoever it is losing their scry.
Nice. Okay. You wait, several minutes, or a little bit of time anyway, to see if anything happens. Very stealthily, Tara approaches you. Unless you're super hidden, then I'll roll. I don't want to just assume she can see you.
No, I was trying to follow Basket without being seen, but I don't mind if my party sees me, because, I mean, I was trying to follow somebody we were suspicious of, so...
Nice. Okay. Tara approaches. This is unnerving. Yes. The scry spell. There is some... I Actually, let me do a quick roll here. See what she wants to say. There was a house nearby that has a few family members that were also under this spell. I was able to dispel one of them, a contact. They have some news. A message has been intercepted from the Daverness intended for Rykari. We have a contact up in the fortress city near Kadar. It is my intention to see to our contact there, Rosphorus. But if I am unable to, then I wish you to seek out Rosphorus Nictu. If we find the capital well, perhaps we can both go and see him. He has the details of the message that was intercepted.
How were you able to ascertain the scrying spell?
I overheard you spent a little time with the rest of your party there before heading over here. I spoke of a scrying spell. I don't like how organized this is.
I don't like how oppressive it is, but I feel the gods won't stand for it for long.
Yes.
This world, this existence was given to us to exercise our free will.
Absolutely. This is... It's horrifying to see these people trapped in themselves. Well, let us be the agents to assist the gods in this undoing.
Indeed.
Well, I'm going to find my way back to the party before they get suspicious of where I've been, but we will continue on.
I'll join you in a minute or two. The party won't be that surprised that I've wandered off.
Very well. She heads off to rejoin the party. So for the party, I mean, she was with you when you're talking about the scrying sensor. She left just shortly after that, and she's back. She walked into town, seemingly made a loop, and came back. So there is, after however long you want to wait, Emil, you don't see any reactions. No, nothing has happened. Everyone's, for the most part, still going around in their pre-programmed fashion. Isari's mate is doing the best she can. She's able to dispel a couple of other people that are then able to dispel others. But there's seemingly no retribution or change or any reaction from canceling out this scrying sensor.
All right. Emil will make his way through the shadows to rejoin the group. Is Devanya still standing off on her own, or has Devanya kind of joined the others at some point?
Oh, I'm still in the same spot.
Emil will... I mean, from Emil's perspective, he'll just kind of wander over to Devanya, but he's probably going to appear from nowhere in some way. So it's unnerving, isn't it? The dead, the living.
The dead should stay dead.
And the living should be allowed to live.
What did you find out?
Not nearly enough. Are you okay?
Memories. I'll be okay. I just...
Well, don't hold them too tightly. When you're ready, come join us. And then Emil will come go join the rest of the group.
Okay.
If when Mort sees Emil, go ahead, Delania. Go ahead. Oh, when he sees Emil walk up, he'll let him know that we're using. The spell seems to be breaking these people out of their trances, and I'll look to him and the group and say, I think we should maybe send a message to Sergei to at least let them know this is what we're finding, and give them maybe they can do something on their end to work with other villages to break their people. What other villages are affected to break these people out of their spells.
I agree. I think on this level it's going to be all about knowledge. I mean, the long-term goal isn't going to be to set 1,000 casters to cast 1,000 dispel magics. But if we give them the details of the scrying orbs and the details of, even just how dispel seems to affect people, then perhaps some wizard out there can find a better solution that will require less manpower, because ultimately this is a war, and ultimately it's the manpower advantages that we need, I think.
Agreed.
If we want to free these people, we need to take out the source. Erenwyn has tears frozen to her face.
I'm gonna walk where Emil was walking, because I'm not entirely sure which direction the group is at, so I'm just gonna follow the path that he was on. But I'm not gonna walk really fast. I'm gonna walk super slow, and as I get closer and closer to the village, like inside and everything, to where everybody's at, it might be snowy outside, but she's sweating like a pig. Her anxiety is through the roof right now. She does not want to be here. Like, she wants to leave or she's going to lose her shit. So, but she'll stand behind Emil. Like, she's not going to look at anybody.
You hear the crunching of snow as some footfalls approach. Oh, go ahead, Emil. Sorry.
No, actually, Erenwyn was going to say something.
Oh, Erenwyn, go for
it. She was just saying, like, we need to go find this person, and if we take out the source of the magic, then they'll all be free.
Well, that's one way to do it. There are more solutions than just violence and confrontation, but yes, that is one way to do it.
We need to take them out and free these people.
We need to free the people, one way or another.
Calm your tits before they fall off.
That's awesome.
Blueberry, maybe, from the look on Beth's face, maybe a little bit young to hear that language.
You see Rain just covering her ears like the earmuffs.
Sorry.
No, that's hilarious. That's fantastic. I love Devanya.
Devanya, perhaps you and I should wait outside the village?
If they're freeing everyone here, then we can't do anything else here. We need to move.
You ready to leave?
And go where?
Go find this.
Guess that's what we have to figure out. We did say that we would decide what our next plan of attack would be once we saw this village and saw what was happening. Whether we would go and find...
Well, can we just discuss outside the village?
Sure.
I found one way they were spying on this village. We may still be overheard.
You're right. Caitlin will turn around and leave. Start towards the exit.
Okay, you turn and you hear, or you probably see, because you're facing this part of the village, there's a crunch of snow as Yaceris approaches, a small child in tow. sort of hopping and skipping through the snow. Not happily, just they're small and the snow's pretty tall. Yaceris approaches. I'm sorry. I have spoken with some of those that have had their magic dispelled, their minds returned to them. They also have trouble remembering the stranger. There is one thing that they all remember. The stranger did not arrive with words of unification or threats, but persuasions to follow a deity, or one that he spoke of with such regard. Word has been that this foreigner, well, I guess there's the second one, that clan that he went to, so probably wouldn't have heard any of that, but they all agree that they recall staying true to their faith in Bahamut, and only after that vehemently denying the request to follow another, that their minds escaped them, as some of their comrades crossed that line.
Did this foreigner go?
West. My concern is, we remember this stranger making a persuasive argument, talking about no longer foraging through scarce food and supplies, but being well fed, taking care of ourselves as we once did, seeking glorious battle and a return to prosperity, the power to never return to this squalor again.
A fabled utopia.
Were you offered justice, or hope, or pride?
She kind of growls a little bit. Hope and pride.
If you would forsake the justice of Bahamut.
Yes. Those of us that denied this return to, kind of tips her head back to the town, to this.
Is there a name?
A forward name. It's nearly there on the tip of our tongues, but we just can't recall.
Rykari?
Yes. Yes, that is the name. Meanwhile, the little kid is going over to Blueberry. Puppy, puppy! Little dragonborn arms. Oh. Trying to scratch Blueberry. Oh, I love your hat, puppy. Hat?
Thank you.
Puppy, you talk?
Every time.
Puppy.
Our puppy only talks if you say nice things to it, or if you offer it food.
I don't
Or if it
know.
wants something.
that he...
Do you want something, puppy? I don't have food, but I can say nice things.
Can I have a hug?
Oh, of course. So they go in and give you a scaly little pudgy dragonborn, like 3.5, 4 years old.
Aww.
She looks over, kind of around the group too, and probably see Galithor and Rain as sort of, just taking them both in for a minute, seeing that they have a holy presence about them. She'll probably approach Galithor. I'm gonna pull on your pant leg. Excuse me.
Hello, someone.
Hi. I was wondering if you can give a prayer for my mama. I can tell she's a little scared, and I'm doing my best to pray to Bahamut, but maybe your God can help too.
Well, I'll tell you what. Helm is the god of protection, so I'll keep you and your family in my prayers tonight.
Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you so much. She tries to give your knee a hug. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
While everyone's doing their own thing, Rain's gonna take time and cast Temple of the Gods.
Okay.
And then Elemental, Fae, or Fiends cannot enter.
All right. So you take the time while this is going on to cast this. The temple comes up out of the snow, and it's a much more substantial temple than last time, as there's more space. Yseri sees her youngin sort of harassing everybody. No, Siri, not you. I saw it pop up and go, oh, don't bother them, young one. I'm sorry. We do not get visitors at all, or at least desired ones.
I'm gonna turn to her and say in Draconic, you need to leave this place as soon as possible. There is only death here. And then I'm gonna turn to the child and my face is gonna be stark white. I'm already pale, but
Nice.
what you can see of my face is extreme, like the blood has drained even more. And then I'm gonna walk away.
Just sort of.
But I'm gonna let me retcon a little bit. I'll turn around and give the kid. Kids have a place in my heart. Give the kid a little dragonborn figure.
Oh, thank you.
Be safe.
Kind of goes to play with the dragonborn thing a little bit. Yseri continues. I hope that this is useful information. I wish we could do more, but we have very little and much work to do.
It's useful, thank you.
Well, we won't keep you any longer. Come, child. She gives one last hug to Blueberry, and another bow to Galithor, and kind of a look, glance over at Devanya again. The thoughts of okay. And do you all head on to the outside of town? Oh, Rain, you have your temple. Your temple is finished. A fun snowy temple has risen up out of the ground.
I'll just turn around and book it.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep, let's go.
All right. And Rain, what would you like to do? Are you gonna follow them, or?
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go inside the temple because it says when you enter, it's like kind of mild. So I'll go in there to warm up.
Yeah. Awesome. You warm up, you knock the frost off the bunny's ears, and
And the owl roughed the snow off the owlbear that Emersima gave me before.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, yep, you get warmed up. Everyone kind of gets towards the edge of town. Reen, you look around you inside this temple, and there is a little bit of a, it's a nice warm area in here. There's a place to stand by a little fire that heats a temple right next to the bathroom. You're like, oh, I really have to go. So that's where we'll take our bio break.
That's why I'm running away so fast.
Nice. So for those who don't know, we take like 8 to 10 minute bio break, and then we'll be back. I'm going to make some coffee, but first I just want to say thank you so much, Kim, for all the subs and the gift subs and the cheers, and thank you, Danny.
Oh, I don't have
for all
chat.
The cheers.
I don't have chat up. What?
Oh.
This is amazing.
They are.
Also, what is
killing it
amazing? Jack Black was in Hyper RPG Studio today,
Oh,
raising
cool.
money for
Really?
Australia.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sorry. Oh,
Nice. No, that's awesome.
tangent. Random tangent. Okay.
All right, I will leave the audio up so you can hear us, but I'm going to put our BRB screen up. So we'll be back shortly.
before you upload it to
Nope.
YouTube or no?
Sorry. If you're talking to me, I only heard the last, 4 seconds.
Is there a way for you to edit the stream before you upload it to YouTube or no?
Yeah.
Because okay, you might want to cut out some parts of the copyrighted music.
Oh.
Mariah was playing some music, so
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no.
no worries.
I was
Thank
not
you,
thinking
that's
about that.
Okay, no worries. Thank you for the heads up. I will make sure to do that.
Was not thinking. No, that's my fault.
That's alright, it happens. And plus I know about it, and that's the biggest thing. I could easily chop that out. Chop! Just like that.
Melissa, have you been watching My Hero?
Hey, Nightbone.
no.
I just started watching it. You've been talking about it so much. It's like, it must be good.
What season are you on?
Maybe 3? Somewhere like episode 46, 50.
Okay, yeah, you're. Oh, am I the only one who's caught up? But we were just jamming out because my lid has a built-in speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, check it out.
So
I just finished the first season of You.
Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Is it good? You enjoy it? Awesome. I do need to
It's
check
really
it
good.
out.
I actually really enjoy. I'm weird. I like psychology and stuff like that, but I really enjoy how well written his character is, because it plays on your emotions and stuff like that. Like, oh, he's okay, right?
Melissa,
the psychopath.
how far are you in My Hero?
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Melissa,
I know. I have a list. I have such a long line of stuff I need to watch.
well, for me,
Sorry.
I'm like, when I caught up on my anime, well, I need to add to your list, you need to watch Fire Force. It's really good. I've been binge watching One Piece,
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
which probably tomorrow, because that's when the simulcast airs. It'll be 918 episodes. Yeah, that sounds right.
Hey, more. Wow. All right, I'm going to scooch us right back in. Woo woo. All right, so with all that, Yseri heads back into town. Everyone else scurries off to the outskirts of town. I'll leave it to you in case you're going to plan on what you'd like to do next. Oh, sorry, Ed, I almost missed you. My bad.
Who, just out of curiosity, Dan, who else, who, besides us, who is with us? Just Tara?
Yes, Tara, Archivist DeLorna. Oops,
Oh, okay, she's
there.
with us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, because they were going to split up, right? Did you all split up? Yeah, they went to go investigate, right? That's right. They went to go assess while you all went here, I think. I'll just check the other place out. Yeah, so it would just be Tara.
So who was acting as I guess Tara's acting as our guide through this continent?
Yes, until, you rejoin with Archivist DeLorna.
Now, for everybody else in the party, Tara is somebody that came with us from university that I've said I trust, but nobody else really knows what's up with her, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
So when you say we're heading to the edge of town, are we still inside the town, or are we out by the sled?
Whatever you all like.
I think Caleb will go out to the sled.
Same.
Adorable.
Hi, Hattie.
All right. As you congregate, you see Devanya out there. Kaylin, you catch up. Is anyone staying in town, or is everyone heading back to the sleds?
Back to sleds.
Sleds.
Okay.
Sleds.
If everyone's going to the sleds, I'll go too.
Aaron will stand on the edge of town watching the people for a little bit, making sure that anyone she saw under control, she sees freed, and then she'll go back to the sleds.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a log to sit down on if there is one.
I forgot to mention, Rain would have mentioned to everyone that they're more than welcome to come inside.
Are you, once you're warm, are you heading out with them?
I would assume that Rain would have cast it near the sleds. She didn't go into town. It's like near everyone.
Okay. You come back, you see the large church, Snow Fortress Church, that's sprung up.
I don't think we can all fit in there, can we?
It's pretty big. I forget what size it springs out to, but you'd all fit.
Can Emil go in there? I don't think he could he?
Not last time, nope.
No.
So,
Well, it says choose more than one the following. If the temple opposes types of creatures you choose when cast a spell, and I said elementals, fays, or fiends cannot enter. So
I think he tried last time, didn't he? Didn't he try to go inside?
I think
because
so.
I didn't allow
Mhm.
undead to enter.
Gotcha, but this time you do. Okay.
So
Rain,
and also Diviner can enter.
nice. Rain lets you all know you can
I'm
come
gonna
in.
stay
It's morning.
seated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay seated outside on the log with my back turned to everybody.
Oh, okay. Tara's going, well, we haven't heard word yet from DeLorna. Where should we head next? What's next?
Good
Should
question.
we head to the keep?
And we'll have that road trip moment where we spread out the map on top of a sled.
That's perfect, yeah.
We are here.
Well, I would imagine that in a day's time we should hear back from DeLorna. If I don't know if this church remains for the night, but if you're looking for a place to rest for the night, we might be better to be informed, but we also don't want to fall too far behind if they're marching.
Well, I was just going to, as we're looking at the map, more just going to, following in their footsteps is not an option because we'll always be behind them. We'll never catch up. So we need to find an intercept. If we're going to intercept them, we need to find an intercept point that's, I guess, beyond where they're at right now. Because we can move faster. They're on difficult terrain.
Correct.
I mean, heading them off with the assumption of trying to kill the leader and hoping the other things just fall out of their trance, or because we don't know how many people they've got by now.
Yeah. I'm just, right now, just trying to figure out what direction.
Yeah,
If we last long enough to get to the leader.
exactly.
Yes.
Emil doesn't feel like he can contribute to this conversation. Emil's going to go over, sit beside Devania on the log, and not say anything. Just sit with her.
Okay.
I know you didn't want to, Kaylin, but do you think the best option is going to the keep or something else?
Caleb looks to Aaron when I do.
Mort will take another look at the map and say, well, we can start off trying to understand the map. If we start off just going north in using the fastest method possible, there'll be a point where it's going to branch, either intercept path or keep path, right?
Yes,
talking
because
to
they
Tara.
have that. Oh, sorry, Atara. Yes, they are traveling across the base of the mountains, which is much more difficult than our route across the open tundra here. So we could. Our hope was in splitting up that Archivist DeLorna would find her way there to spy, retrieve some sort of information, while we head closer to the Citadel. I believe we hadn't solidified plans as to whether we were going to enter Rykari or simply station ourselves between Rykari and Kalar. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there we go. There's my little drawings. Okay. those are tents near the circle. That's where you came in on Thunder Bay Wharf, and then that's a little village there that you just are outside of right now.
Hey,
the
Dan.
little buildings.
We have a noob in chat, 8-Bit Wyatt. Kind of wants to know who everybody is and stuff like that, and say hi.
Ooh,
I think we have commands, I think, in...
They were trying to explain it and stuff, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, a homebrew, where I spit everywhere when I talk. Apparently. A homebrew game. And yeah, ask around. I think we've got quite a few of our regulars here can fill you up, and please consider checking out our what did I make the command wiki pages for 2 of our campaigns. The incredible Emil here, Warren, what's the word? Curates those and does a phenomenal job. So yeah, take it out. Hey, thanks for being here.
And also the commands are not updated.
Oh, really?
If you could see my...
Oh, gosh, yeah. We'll check just below the video. That's where updated links are. I have to go through and clean these up.
Updated links as to who each of us people are.
Yeah.
We should say.
Okay. So, well, if we're here, and she looks over at Mort, where these, she draws in these little houses, and this flag with the mean face is where Rykari is. Then, somewhere in between Rykari and Rykari, we can approach, but even if we rest, perhaps we can just rest on the way then. Yes, Kaden? My apologies.
I was waiting for you to, nothing.
Ah, okay.
Do we, sorry if we already know this, but do we know what Rykari is? Or is it just a name?
So far, you just know that it is a name and that they are the Baron's master.
Right. Got it. I mean, I'm going to be honest, like, I have literally no idea what to do.
Well, I guess we could move north towards a possible intercept point and just keep evaluating as we get there. It's going to take a week to get to the keep. How long do you think, at our current pace, we would be at an intercept point? If they keep true to their course of where they're going.
5 days, perhaps. We could meet them just south of the city, or within its confines. But within a day or so, we should have more information. DeLorna and those that she travels with have the means to travel in an expedited fashion if it's just the 3 of them. Or 4. Just the 3 or 4 of them. couldn't do it with a large group such as us, but they should have eyes on Rykari's forces within a day.
We can
Okay,
travel for a day then.
Yeah. Oh, so they're gonna almost do the same thing that I'm thinking of doing, is sort of like parallel them and try to see what's up with them.
Wonderful.
I think we should try to intercept them more than just outside the city, like at least a day away.
Well, we should make better time. So, Tara, if I'm correct, on their current route, it would take them 2 weeks to get to the keep, right?
As far as we know.
And it would only take us a week, so we have like 7 days leeway.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
Let us make haste, and perhaps with information that Archivist DeLorna hopefully attains, we can simply course correct if we need to.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Mush. Or depending on time of day. I think it was like only 11, you said.
It's like 11. It's probably noon now, max.
Yeah, we still have a half day of slushing to go,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyone have anything they want to do before heading out? Okay. Yeah, off the sleds go, the doggy sleds, through the flatlands of the tundra here. The snow picks up over the next night as night approaches and you're getting ready to set up camp for that first night.
Just to note down that as we're sledding, Kaylin is in the corner of wherever she's sitting in the sled, kind of covering over her notebook and just writing just continuously.
Ooh, okay. Kaylin, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
These go so well.
Oh
Dream a
no.
little dream.
Okay, all right.
When Kaylin's done with her thing, Aaron has it now. But finish Kaylen first.
15 total.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh no.
Crisis averted.
Maybe.
Nice. And what do you have, Aaron?
Since she has the wings for an hour, once we start going, she's going to fly up as high as she can. Like above the clouds, just up, way up, and try to see the land. And she's going to do her best to try to spot this potentially massive army.
Okay.
Because it's a gigantic frozen white wasteland. So a whole bunch of dark shapes should stand out.
Yeah, I'll say that on this first day, since they're still probably, if you were to go straight toward them, you'd still be looking at like 4 days, something like that.
She's still looking.
Nice, yeah. Nothing on this first day, but as the days go by, we can keep that looking odd.
Okay, so she's gonna go up and she's gonna fly for as long as she has the wings, and then before they vanish, she'll go back down.
Okay. Right.
When you come back down, you see that Emil is watching you descend, and there are tears frozen to his face as he watches you.
And it's 11 hours before I can use it again.
Emil. Oh, so sad.
Emil won't say anything to Erwin, but Emil is crying.
She'll just kind of go over to him and give him a straight up square frozen handkerchief.
I'm not gonna ask you to not do that, but I don't think I can watch next time you do that.
I was keeping a lookout. She wasn't like free falling. She was like diving and then just coming back before her wings came up.
You can have the most logical conversation with Emil you would like. All of his responses are going to be emotional and not logical.
Well, like that this was me, the player, describing what my character was doing. So like if that changes anything,
the prospect of somebody flying off to scout does not sit well with Emil.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, little frozen tears back in his face.
Like I said, Emil's not gonna like stop you or tell you off or get upset or not angry at least. But Emil is crying.
All right.
Then she'll just hug him.
He's not angry. He's just disappointed.
Oh.
Wow.
Feel that in my soul.
Oh, that's amazing. All right.
Because when they're disappointed, they are angry.
yeah. Just both. Yeah. No. All right. You're able to set up camp as the snow starts to pick up. Thankfully, tents and lodgings go up ahead of time, and very uneventful night. Aside from the wind howling outside and the tents flopping and in the wind and snow. What's up, Devani? Go ahead.
I want to have another nightmare.
Ooh, juicy. Okay.
Because I'm weird like that.
Well, I think that everyone's going to have to partner up for tents. Just because for everyone to bring their own tent will be a lot of gear in this heavy snow.
I assume Mort puts up the tiny hut.
Yes,
for some people at least. For the dogs.
For the dog, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Nice.
I'm gonna sleep with the dogs.
Oh, nice.
So I will, ritually cast the hut for the dogs and for Blueberry.
Okay. Which they appreciate.
They don't have to be cold because they're doing a lot.
What is the division of sleeping then?
Yeah, Devani, who are you gonna share a tent with, and who's gonna?
I can't force anybody to sleep in the same tent as me, so I don't know if there's like a system thing we can do, like whoever's got the two closest rolls or something. I don't know.
I think Kaylin would probably be okay with sharing the tent.
We've got, since Blueberry is off with the dogs, we've got 5 women and 3 men.
Well, I'm gonna have
Tara?
to be it.
You have to be in the hut.
Yeah, I gotta be in the hut.
Mort gets to sleep in the middle of the doggy pile.
The warmest place anywhere tonight.
Wet, soggy fur.
Okay, sorry, I'm doing the count. We have Rain, who is they. We have Erinwin, Tara, Devanya, and Kaylin, and then we have Galathor and Emil. Is that all we've got?
Tara's right. Already counted, right? Yep. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not sharing a tent with Tara.
Devanya doesn't care if it's male or female.
Okay.
I think everybody's waiting to see how Galathor and Aaron will Nobody wants to say it, but everybody is waiting to see how that happens.
Ed just slowly puts the hat.
That's fantastic.
Galathor is going to try something that he heard about once, and he's going to dig a hole in the snow.
Oh, nice.
Build an igloo.
I hear ostriches. No, not that way. Don't put your head in first. That's not how that works.
Nope, I'm stuck.
That's awesome. Is there anyone that would opt to sleep with Devonder that would ask to or choose that lot, as it were?
Anyone what? I'm sorry.
That's gonna share a tent with Devania. Otherwise, I'll just do a roll for you.
No, Kaylin would. That's what I was saying.
Neat.
Who's gonna share with Rain? Rain.
I was gonna ask Mort for the carpet, and I'm gonna sleep on top of the carpet.
I feel like Rain would sleep on the carpet, like surround in the dome with the dogs. Because who wouldn't sleep in the doggy pile? It's so fluffy.
Nice. All right, Blueberry's in there, Devanya and Kaylin. Rain is in there with Mort. So Aaron, Galathor, and Emil.
Before I go in, I'm gonna go ask Kaylin if she has any sausages in her bag.
Or
food.
They're probably. I give her a couple of stale biscuits.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't put any.
This is.
Do you have rations? We got some rations.
Oh, this is not for me.
Okay.
And I go into the little hut, and I give Blueberry a biscuit, and all the other dogs a biscuit.
Blueberry's very protective of his food.
Awesome.
Gets the little growly, little teeth baring, but then he's all good after he's eaten it.
Establish dominance, Blueberry.
Yes, he has to, at all times. So then he gives Rain a little lick on the cheek and then goes around to little husky curl up.
Before Blueberry goes on his curl up, if he chooses to accept it, Rain's gonna give Blueberry a hug.
Oh, he always loves a hug.
All right. So I'll just jump to Devanya just to keep things rolling as we split up, into the tents. I think there's enough tents for everyone to not have to split up in the last because Mort and Rain are using the other thing with the puppies and Blueberry. Devanya, you have, go ahead if you want to have your nightmare. Kaylin will be in the tent with you.
Okay.
How does that go down?
So I'm gonna roll to see how loud this is going to be.
Okay.
Very loud. As loud as my kids back there.
Nightmare!
She's gonna scream but stiffen up at the same time because she's gonna have a little bit of sleep paralysis.
Ugh.
But her eyes are gonna open, but her eyes are going to be white. And sleep paralysis is not fun. I experienced it a few weeks ago.
Oh no, yes.
Oh no.
It was terrifying. But her eyes are going to be white as she's experiencing this. She screamed before she had the paralysis. Because when you have it, you can't speak or anything like that. So she's basically frozen in her bed.
How loud do you feel it would be?
Gesundheit.
Oh, bless you.
Maybe a little bit louder than that.
Okay. Kayla, make a perception check. You'll be trying to snooze. Bless you.
That is a 19 total.
19.
Let's see.
No. I'm sorry. That's a 17 total.
Devanya, do you feel that would be loud enough for Kaylin to hear you?
Sorry, Emil just distracted me.
That's awesome.
That's great. That is way... Yeah, that surpassed it.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you hear this scream and look over Kaylin. You see her just sort of locked in herself, eyes white.
Okay. Kaylin will, of course, rush to her side. And probably just... maybe try to put her hands on Devanya's shoulders just to kind of help her to Devanya, wake up. She's never seen anything like this before. So
she's locked. None of her muscles are there's no flinching, there's no anything, no contraction of muscles, just laying there sort of with the eyes, no response.
She would probably feel for a pulse.
Seems to be racing, I would imagine.
Oh, okay. Is she still actively screaming, or is it just the one scream?
I think the one, and then she went into the sleep paralysis.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
I'm gonna message you, Dan.
Oh, okay. Juicy. Whispers.
I don't know what to do. Devania.
Whispers, whispers, whispers.
Pour water on her.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. We'll do a minute. But Kaylin will go over to her alchemy jug and get some water and take it over. Just kind of breathe in, just thinking if this works, she's going to be very upset with me, and just pour the water.
You see it splashes over, gets her hair wet, pushes her hair back. You see a bunch of it go in her nose and in her mouth, and she's just stuck there.
Oh no, I know.
My hands are gonna start glowing reddish orange like fire as I start to cast Burning Hands in my sleep.
Dan, how long does it take to cast my library?
We'll say it's an instantaneous action. Yeah, so 6 seconds.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if I see her hands going, or probably even just if I don't see the waters working, I will cast the library and, I mean, can I try to pick her up and take her into the library? Can I do a strength check or something?
Yeah. Go ahead. Do a strength check with advantage because
can actually Erin stick her head in because she has not been sleeping very well, and she rolled very well on her perception check and would have come
I'm gonna
investigating.
Leave this one for them, I think, only because it's because the wind is whipping so much and the snow and everything.
Okay.
What was your roll?
Sorry.
18.
Yeah.
If I heard it through the storm, then that's DM's purview.
Nice.
I would say yes for role-playing purposes.
Or if you want to keep it between them, then she'll just kind of hear it and go, that was the storm, that was the storm, that was the storm.
But you can peek your head in and...
I was just, gonna keep it with... Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Keep it in the tent.
Yeah.
Keep it in the tent.
Just because it's so far along, I hate that.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
My strength check was a 10.
Oh no!
You open the door, you should.
I rolled a 16 when I was casting my Burning Hands.
Oh, okay. Well, they light up part of the tent. Yep. Now it's cold and such here, but the tent itself has a little bit of moisture from the difference in heat in the inside and outside, which is minimal but still some. Okay, so you see some of the blankets getting singed, Kaylin, on her bedroll there. After you pulled her off.
Can I try to drag her?
Yeah, go for it. You can make another strength check. Aaron, I'll say now if you want to have heard it and come approaching, it'd be a good time to.
All right, that's a 20.
I'll stay out of it.
Not natural.
Okay, that's enough to drag her. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to drag her into the library and close the door.
Okay. Okay. So you pull her into the library, close the door behind you. You two are now within the library. How long do you think it would take you to pop out of your sleep paralysis, Devanya?
Another minute. I rolled a 5.
Okay, nice. So she cast it, and the tent is on fire, but you two are safe here. The hands have cooled off after casting it. The spell ends. So you see some singeing on her, pajamas or whatever she wears for bedtime.
I wear nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Awesome. Awkward moments in the library. Yeah.
But she's not nothing. Her clothes aren't on fire, right?
No, they're just singed around the wrists and stuff. Yeah, it's just the bed back in the other plane. It's
all right. I'm just gonna kind of let her lay there, and just Galen's probably just like, I don't know what to do. And just kind of probably like pace back and forth, like keeping an eye on her.
After a minute or two, she hears some groans and you see some muscle movement as she slowly comes out of her paralysis.
Vanya, it's okay. You're in my library.
What happened?
Well, you had another nightmare, and then your hands started glowing. You weren't moving, but then your hands started glowing, and you set the tin on fire. So I brought you in here because I didn't know I didn't know what else to do with you. So, are you? I mean, obviously it's not okay, but are you? Do you need anything?
I set the tent on fire.
I think I saw some burning, yes, but it's in the cold, it's in the snow. It'll go out. I'm not worried about other people, I hope.
Oh, she's visibly uncomfortable. I am so sorry. It hasn't gotten that bad in a while.
You're probably also a little wet. That's kind of me. I thought water would wake you up. But here's a fire. There's a fireplace here. It'll warm you up a little bit. Let me go and get you some hot tea. I will go over through the door, Dan, into and kind of imagine a kitchen being there.
Okay. Kind of this time almost like wavy heat distortion kind of forms into a kitchen. As you swing the door open, you see it's still finishing its formation.
Can I sneak out the door while she's, or at least try to sneak out the door while she's doing that? She has her back turned.
Absolutely. So I guess make a stealth check, if you would, Devanya, and a perception check, Kaylin, as you're heading through the other way.
Can she open the door, Dan? Can she leave without me leaving? Okay, all right.
I mean, I've never been in here before, so...
Perception was 17 total.
Oh, I got an 18.
Oh, so she's sneaking out. The question is... so I feel like they have to be willing in this case. So if she wants to leave, I think she'll be expelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a door on the wall there, Devanya, that you head back through. Let's see, it's been a couple of minutes, so as you come back out, you see the tent with bedroll incinerated. Like, most of the tent's burnt and just not there. There's some of the frame still propped up in the open tundra, and it's pretty chilly as you step back through.
Are there any holes in the tent, or is it just
most of it's holes now. The fire's out, but there really isn't much tent left.
I'm just standing around staring at everything and going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. And I'm just gonna run into the woods.
Oh, nice. Here it's all open snow. Every way you look, nothing but fields of snow.
Wow, I hate snow.
And it's night, so it's coming down pretty heavy as it started snowing pretty heavy tonight.
I won't stray too far, but I really need to not be in the same place as everybody.
Okay. All right, you skirt around the outside of camp, not keeping close enough to not get lost. Kaylin, you go in and you make some food. Your kitchen is there. What would you like to do in the kitchen?
I will just make some hot tea. And probably just kind of take the tea back at first. walk through the doors back into the library and just be like, oh, well, we also have some food if you're...
Nothing.
And then Kaylin will drink the tea, take a sip of the tea herself.
Nice.
And then just go and sit down by the fire and just kind of breathe in, breathe out, be just happy to be just in a safe place. And probably just kind of doze off, just wishing that she could stay there.
Oh, nice. All right. It is warm. There's even a nice fireplace in here somewhere to read by, and a smell of old books. All right. So, Devanya, after some time away, are you? Do you want to come back and finish your sleep at any point, or?
I do.
Okay.
Just far away from everybody else. She's very embarrassed.
Ah, okay. Let's see. I don't think there's any more tents. I think they're all set up. You might have to find someone to.
Oh, I'll just, do what Galathor did. Just hole in the ground or something.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So, not the best night to sleep for anybody, but sleep, so that's good. Yes, Beal, what you got?
Just super quickly.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I think there's a story coming in a few weeks from now when we have a chance, but Emil would be visiting the hall, Winifred Delquist's hall nightly.
Oh, okay.
So we don't need to do this now because there's a long interaction coming, but Emil's doing that every night.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. All right. Oh, yep, Galathor, what you got?
Galathor's not going to forget and say a prayer for the little dragonborn child and his.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right. Okay. So you're all able to manage through the night and get a good night's rest. Some of you better than others. Before morning comes around, Tara will probably, gosh, I don't know. It's so cold out here. The snow is still pretty ferocious here in the morning. You have about 25 feet of visibility before the snow cuts it out. Not quite blizzard, but
snow then. So we can say 25 feet of snow then.
Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Where did Blueberry go?
25 feet? That's actually really good conditions for a blizzard.
Wow.
Tara is going to have I've prepared something warm for everyone out on a not a spit, but like a cauldron out in the middle of the center of the tents and stuff. Some tea and some coffee and something warm, stewish probably, to help stay hydrated.
Is there any way to is the tent gone, or is there any way to help patch it up?
I think I would say it's safely beyond repair. Probably close to 7/8 of it are burnt away.
Oops.
I'll
so
just sit
you
by
all
the
see
fire
that.
Yeah, nice. In the morning, you'll see Kaylin
Nothing
and Devonya's
happened
tent.
here. Nothing happened.
There's a little of the frame left and some tatters of cloth.
Kaylin probably comes out of her library door and it disappears, and she's just like, oh, probably immediately hit by the freezing cold from her nice warm library.
Nice.
Mort will usher the dogs out of the hut and make sure Blueberry and Rain are up. As he goes out of the hut, he'll turn and see the tent and do a quick head count, make sure everybody's here. Nice. And just shake his head like never a dull moment.
Awesome. Cool. The dome is a little ripe this morning with all the puppers in there overnight, but
thank God it dematerializes and goes away.
Oh, thank goodness. And they're all excited to run around and everything with their new army general / puppy pack leader, Blueberry.
He's going to be hanging out with them for quite a lot of this trip, I think.
Oh, okay. They seem to adore you. They've definitely adopted you as their leader. So,
And rightfully so.
Callie's probably just staying chill under your hat because it is that warm under there, and as much as she can, she's gonna chill under there.
Is Devanya around the group this morning?
I'm sitting. There's a fire with like food and stuff, right?
Correct.
Because Tara was setting everything up. I'm sitting next to the fire with my back turned to everybody, eating. I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of keeping to myself.
Kaylin will go and sit close to her if there's a spot. Not like right beside of her, but just in the vicinity. You don't have to talk about it, but just, just tell me if you need anything, okay?
She's gonna give a slow nod. Thank you.
Are you feeling at least a little bit better?
Well, I'm glad that I didn't almost kill you or anybody in this godforsaken place. A little better, but mostly embarrassed.
Don't be. We've all... You can't help it.
I've been trying to control it, and the further we get to wherever this guy is, or whatever is going on, that town... Flashbacks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have flashbacks, but it's not good feelings that I have. So, okay, well, I'll leave you to I'll just, and she'll just start eating.
Okay. Tara's gonna dish out, food to anyone that's hungry. Drinks, and just play that supportive role here in the morning. She will pause at one point and have a 1,000-yard stare for a minute or so, and then reach into her pouch and take out a notepad and just start scribbling with something akin to a pencil. Furiously, like charcoal etchings, and she has some sort of like paints that she works on another page of this, scribbles down some notes, finishes, sets the book down. DeLorna has sent word. Let me share this out. She's seen their camp. There we go. Oh, that might need to be resized. Maybe not. Oh, she says they are some, by her count, 265 strong. All of them carry 3 sets of weapons: a sword, a dagger, and a staff. They're all wearing stark white clothing, all the same style. They all wear the same symbol on their backs. And so this is what she drew on the first sheet of paper, the outline of what their nightly, what their camp seems to be set up as. This is the symbol. She flips the page to a painted rendition. with a symbol that's on their backs. Aaron Wynn, please make an Arcana check with advantage, please. And anyone else that's proficient in Arcana can just do a straight up standard Arcana check.
Goddamn skull.
That makes me think of the skull from the first campaign. Oh no! Get the Yankee, I think. Is that the good?
15.
12.
It was a 14 for Kaylin.
14.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right.
Sam knows what it is.
All right.
I rolled in the tower.
Oh yes. Let's take a peek. See.
Of course.
I mean, I am a wizard, you know.
Nice.
Of course.
This is true. This is true.
That's interesting. It's really across the board there. Okay. I'm gonna say that so the DC is a little bit lower for Erin Wynn because she is familiar with runes.
Oh no!
As you look at this spiral, so if I can also have anyone with a sage background, please do a history check with advantage.
Okay.
And we'll kind of do
Oh,
it.
I thought you said stage background, like, you know, theater.
Nice.
Finally, my
Elthor breaks out into a
is
tap
coming
dance.
in.
Dan, just to check, that first roll was normal, right? Not with advantage, right?
Correct.
That first one.
Just
Okay.
Aaron Wynn had advantage on that one. Mhm.
Okay, so the sage though is advantage.
Yes, for history.
History. All right, hold on.
Can people who are proficient in history make it roll?
You can make a standard roll if you're proficient in history.
Okay, guess.
What was it? 24 total. for history.
26.
Hang on. Oh.
Do it.
Ha ha ha. 21.
Damn.
Same for Galathor.
What? Okay, amazing.
Wait.
We're
Wait,
so
I thought you had.
knowledgeable.
Wait, I thought it was a intelligence stat.
It is.
It's an ability, yeah, under your skills.
Mhm.
History.
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Well,
But
it's
21
confirmed.
for rain.
Nice. All right, the four of you see this, and you see the Red Wizards of Thay. The original symbol behind this is the symbol for the Red Wizards of Thay, that spiral. The skull is new. And Aaron Wynn alone, so that kind of clicks for the four of you, like, now they have long since, I mean, there's still a land of Thay, mostly, wiped out. It still exists somewhere in, in your history books as
Are
being
you
a
saying
place.
Fae like T-H-E-Y?
T-H-A-Y.
Okay, I was writing down Fae. All right, got you. I was like, yeah, there's still a Fae. We've been there.
Nice, yeah. Of course there's Dan. Come
I'm
on.
aware.
Nice. Aaron Wynn, you see that you connect the dots, and there's a certain mathematical runic formula that you can get out of these simple circular rotation of dots. You connect it in a certain way, and you see a rune, and it is a terrible, terrible rune. Roughly translated, this rune means death, but it's much more.
I could see that coming.
It's much more like an eternal, ongoing death with complete erasure of one's existence previous to that. Would be a little more on point with what this rune means. An eternal, ongoing death.
She'll stand up and take the book from her and just kind of stare at it.
Everything okay, everyone?
You recognize this?
She'll take the pencil and then she'll trace the rune.
Ooh. Who's left, huh? Kaylin and Emil.
Yes.
I feel like Mortimer would know because of all the runes that we've worked together, that we've done together. Aaron would show him and be like,
This is bad.
We cannot let them get to this cap.
What is
Death,
going
death.
on?
This means eternal, everlasting death.
Do I not?
And just to toss in, sorry, Ren, I'm going to quickly zip in that Kaylin and Emil, you recognize this as the very base rune in that sequence of runes, the overlay of runes that you were cursed with in the very beginning of the campaign. At the very base, the one rune that stood out was this one.
Oh no, Dan!
Before
Puppet master.
Can we spam Danitz in the chat, please?
who is all around it? Before I
think
make my
Is anybody
Like
not around it? Sort of around the campfire?
Like,
You were all
I'll,
just at
I'll,
breakfast.
I'll show everyone and then erase it because this rune scares me.
What's the significance, Evelyn?
You know, when you die, your spirit goes on, right? You go live with the gods. That's rune. This rune is death, death, death. Capital D, death.
Oh.
Complete destruction of the soul, erasure. We can't. This is
Have some faith, Erwin.
can't.
They've invoked the gods by trying to sway those of faith. The gods are in play. This will not happen.
Kaylin will give a sharp look to Emil, and most likely just kind of turn from the group, just trying to get her thoughts together.
We can't let them win.
Of
No.
course not.
This will be the end of the world. Do you remember what that other group said? They told us about the land that had died.
The day death walked or something. Hold on, I have it in the
It happened here, but they also told us about when they woke up in the forest after they went to that tower that everything around them died.
What other group is this? This is happening elsewhere.
We have to stop them here. We have to intercept them and stop them here.
How do you propose that we do that?
We have to get to the keep. We can't face them by ourselves. We're only 10 people, and they're 265 strong, plus someone who's more powerful than the Baron.
Mark.
God knows what other forces what levels and the strengths of the people he has with him.
And I'm sorry, Rain, I completely blanked on you were going to do something. I'm sorry. What was it you were going to do? Everyone is around.
Oh, I thought, well, it didn't happen, but Rain is gonna find Blueberry and ask him, you guys have a keep?
Yes. Sorry, that took a while. Yep, we have a keep.
Oh. Like a permanent, home?
Mm-hmm.
And then Rain is gonna walk up. Because Rain has not been to the keep, so that's... Because she didn't know that.
I'm gonna trot along and be like, did someone just say death?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, you're right. We must win. However, this is a war, and in war, sacrifices need to be made. We must play the long game. We must play to win.
Sacrifices? An entire people?
It's been far worse.
These are my people. You saw what he did to them. They were trapped in their minds, just like I was. I can't let this happen to anybody else. You've seen how messed up I am. What is he doing to all of my dragons, to all of my kin? We need to stop him here, now.
If we try to do that now, we will not make it. We need help. And I understand how you feel.
I won't sacrifice my kin. Even if this is a war, even if it is a just cause. They're my family.
I understand that, but you can't help anyone if you're dead.
You would for sure be sacrificing us if we went up to fight them now.
Aren't we your family?
I'm gonna go up to Emil and nod in a different direction away from the group.
All right, Emil will follow you off.
Do I see this, Dan?
I'd make a perception check if you would.
Thank you.
And are you being stealthy, Devanya and Emil? Or Emil?
I'll follow her lead.
Devanya, are you trying to do it kind of stealth-like? Like...
Yeah, it'll be like a small, not super noticeable.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand, Devanya, and Emil, if you can do a stealth.
Since no one's really, since Aaron hasn't really said anything else, she's gonna go start packing up her tent.
Okay.
So I'm gonna nod like a bobblehead because apparently I rolled really bad.
Nice. So it's funny because Emil, so I know it's in the tower, but it's just funny, so I'm going to tell. It's a 1, but you have a plus 14, which makes it 15.
It makes it a 15.
Mine was only an 8. So.
Oh, what was yours, Devanya, in total?
5.
Oh, so you don't notice Emil, but you do catch Devanya like, psst, psst, yeah. And then you see the two of them, head off.
Gotcha.
Will I notice? I want to do a, not insight. I want to see if I can see Kaylin noticing that.
You can do perception if you're sort of like telling him and then looking around to see if anyone spots you.
That's great.
17.
Rain is gonna go.
You know what? I guess I don't. It's gonna be a twofold thing. So you have to do perception, and then if you notice that, there'll be an insight to tell. Like,
be like that. Does he know that you know that he knows that you know?
I got a nat 20.
Oh. So you see, Kaylin. You recognize
Is
that
that
she's
insight or
responsive.
perception?
That first one is perception.
Okay, so I got 17 on that, and then the second one, that would be 24.
Okay, yep, you noticed that she noticed.
And that she probably doesn't look happy.
Come on, fine. Finland.
Oh, what?
Can you come over here, please?
Oh, guess I'm included in the group now.
I'm gonna ignore the snarky comment.
Yeah, we do that with you all the time, Devanya. It's fine.
Can I request our next emote to be a mic drop?
Nice. Awesome.
Clearly. This ruin means something to both of you. What is going on?
What's not going on?
Is there anything I need to know before I continue to help you?
But
You already know that we've run into this group before, right? That we have history with them, and they with us?
No, Devanya came after, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like we've talked about it at some point.
She's more referring to the actual ruin itself.
the rune, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I feel like with Ormia and the curses, at least Devanya would be aware of.
I do think that it came up a little bit.
Probably just a tad.
Anyways, you're welcome to say no. That's fine. Just that's where Emil's starting the conversation.
If I forgot something, then by all means, let me know if I forgot something, especially for roleplay.
Kaylin, do you want to tell the story?
Oh, well, how we all were cursed with runes? Is that the story that we're telling?
Yeah. That's the story we're telling.
Yeah, so I picked up a skull. The skull was cursed. Runes came on all of us. And other stuff happened. The rune ended up infecting. I think we were able to get a couple of them off. A few of us weren't affected. And it ended up affecting one of us who eventually was on her way to becoming a lich, apparently, because of it.
And the curse came from what, the skull of Yathaz?
Yes, it came from the skull that I picked up.
And that's where we've seen this rune before.
Clearly, you guys didn't learn your lesson on picking up skulls. I don't think we should fight now. Erwin is too upset, and we need to leave. We need to get help.
This is a war. This is nothing that 10 of us can do. We get information. We communicate it to the right people. That's what we do.
Where are we getting information at?
We already have more information than anybody back in Metz has.
True. So are you talking going to the keep? Because that's kind of our only option.
An option you seem to have a problem with.
I have a problem with sending us all to... I have less of a problem with the keep than I do with going straight into the mountains. I know that I was for that before, but that was before I found out that he has 250 possible zombies fighting for him. Doesn't seem like winning odds, in my opinion, in either direction. But so I guess the way I'm thinking is, where do we want to die?
Vanya's gonna give a little smirk.
I have no interest in dying here if the Church of Bahamut, if the Church of Helm, if the governments of the world don't know what's going on up here. Everyone's right that this is a serious threat, but this isn't a serious threat that we have to handle alone. The universities will want to know. The temples will want to know. If the symbol of eternal death is being raised and people are being enslaved, the world will not stand idle.
So you're talking about not doing either things. Like going back to tell people.
Us, Tara, somebody, I don't know. Somebody has to do something other than just walk up north and die with this knowledge.
Didn't they say something about people being at the keep to help us? Like, weren't there supposed to be like 300 people there or something to back us up?
Plus, there's more information we need to get from there.
Yes.
I'm just advocating for a plan that doesn't involve us rushing to our deaths, and perhaps thinking about, as Galathar so eloquently put it, the long game.
I'll be interested to see how that happens. Well, this has been a lovely chat. Thanks for including me. I'm going to just go over here. Kaylin will walk away.
Alright. Everyone else back in the camp has Tara, that's just asking for some more insight into the rune and everyone's thoughts and feelings that are still at the camp. So you're saying that they are death. They all carry this rune on their back.
If they have this symbol on their back, then yes, they are carrying this rune on their back. I don't know, I didn't see it. All I know is what you've told us.
Personally, I thought the skull was bad enough.
Oh no, there's like 4 liches in the game or something. This is gonna be... She just goes back to packing up the tent angrily.
Nice. Might I ask the clerics, the cleric and the paladin, do you have any... is there any religious insight into this, or is this simply a creature that can be killed, bound, or is this of opposite of divine?
The best thing I know, the best course of action I know is just to destroy it.
I do fear this is getting a bit bigger than us.
It is. We need to, sooner or later, we need to communicate what we've learned to the world at large.
DeLorna is returning with the fast means of travel. That means perhaps a day to meet back up with us. But do we stay here? Do we move forward, or do we retreat? Assuming everyone's sort of come back at this point. We can send our, at the very least, the 3 that have traveled with us. We'll lose our DeLorna's expedient travel without them here, but we can send them back to give word to Tenser.
Probably a good idea.
At the very least, if...
Should we warn the college? We know there's a traitor there.
Those that are higher up are aware. These 3...
Do I believe her?
Nice. You can insight check, yeah, if you want.
Crap.
I do.
Shoot, I forgot. That insight is bad. My insight's bad in this character. 6.
Yep.
She's No, she's still suspicious.
That's awesome. Okay.
I insight checked too, and I got 25.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, she seems to be genuine.
Well, I insight check myself.
Nice. I'm lying to myself. Yeah. Yeah, she seems to be honest that there are higher-ups that are aware that there is a traitor. That information has been shared. I think someone maybe shared it.
I think perhaps more importantly than just what we think is right or wrong, our enemies sought to remove the Archivist from play early on.
Yes.
So keeping that particular faction informed would seem to go against our enemies' wishes.
We'll send these 3 back to notify Tensor once they return tomorrow.
More than just Tensor.
Yes, the Wizards College of Ephron, and they will see to it the information is spread to those that need to know.
Emil's not saying anything right now, but he's got something in his head.
Nice.
While everyone is having their own little conversation, Rain is just standing there squeezing her little bunny and squeezing her thumbs in a nervous because she does not know what to do since there's undead everywhere and her deity wants all undead.
We don't know that they're undead.
Well, knowing that they might be undead. There we go.
Yeah. Rain, can you make a perception check with advantage, please? As your
Sure. Where is Keela? Keela.
Oh, dumb question, Dan, while she's rolling. How long would it take me to leave a message for Winifred in the hallway?
Ooh, so if you're
like a full night's sleep kind of thing?
Usually, yeah, it's at your current state, probably once per rest.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, you could do it. It would only take, a handful of minutes, but it would be once per, it would kind of recharge.
And I went there last night, so okay.
I got a 20 total. I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
For those who watch Relics and Realities, but get that reference.
Awesome. Yeah, so you are sort of standing there.
Wait. Perceptions. Yeah, 20.
Okay.
Total. Sorry.
No problem.
That was...
You're clutching your bunny and your owl pair and sort of looking down. There's snow blowing around you. And you're looking off into space thinking about these undead and the deities. Like, nope, these have to be done away with. And as a little patch of the snow clears, you see a small figure with a sheet draped over it.
Does it look like a halfling?
Like a humanoid child or a halfling or a gnome or something of small frame. The wind whipping this blanket around. And you hear sort of an echoed whisper through the snow, much louder than it should be. You can't quite make out the words, but you just hear like this subtle whisper.
Rain's eyes just get big with excitement. Okay. She's gonna keep her eye. They are gonna keep their eyes focused on what they see, and she's gonna yell Emil really loud for him to hear.
I think Emil, given some of our past experience with, Emil's probably going to have the Cloak of Eyes on anyways, but kind of knowing what Rain and I have in common, come over and look around for spirits or anything that would be alarming. So I assume I also see this figure?
You do. And you hear that whisper that's just on the edge of being understood.
Shall we go talk to it, Rain?
And you see Rain just really staring at it so they don't lose it because it's blending in with the snow.
Okay, Emil will take Rain's hand and we'll start walking I'll try and guide Rain, but I'm more watching the terrain, so if I'll also kind of be following Rain, like we'll kind of do this together. And hopefully as we get closer, we'll be able to understand what's being said.
Okay. The two of you push through the snow. It feels like around this ghost thing, the wind is a little stronger and the snow is a little heavier as you approach. So there's almost a little bit of physical pushback in this plane. On this plane. You continue moving forward, and the whisper gets a little bit louder and almost understandable as you continue to approach. How close do you want to walk toward it in an attempt to hear it?
A good question. Like, if, like, a little bit, like, not like close, like
a non-threatening distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 15 feet, 10 feet, something like that.
10 feet, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be.
You continue walking ahead, crisp, cold air biting at your skin. The crunch of snow beneath your feet through this heavy 2.5 foot deep pounds of snow. This form just standing atop it without breaking the surface at all. You get about 10 feet, and you can tell you're about to be able to hear what this voice is whispering, and a huge gust of snow obscures the ghost and kind of bites at your face, and then he's not there anymore. It's not there anymore.
Rain's gonna yell, "Wait, don't go!"
A second later, upside down, with its head just in between the two of you, is the figure. Blanket draped, reverse gravity up to still cover it. And it says, "He wants me." And then another huge gust of snow blows by.
By Hermod, he can't have you.
And you hear... It's almost a sigh of maybe not relief, but maybe hope that's quickly stifled by just a deep swallow, a deep gulp of nervousness and fright, as a louder whisper, "He's coming." When the wind blows by again and the boy's no longer there, but you feel extra cold in this moment as the snow returns to its normal, just moderately heavy snowfall and the wind dies down.
Like, all of this, when all that happened, Rain was just, they were just ferociously just sketching what the ghost looked like and what it said.
Emil pulled out his holy symbol, I believe that's the silver symbol that Emil crafted himself.
Right.
We'll hold it up high,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll declare in a loud voice, "By Hermod, neither the living nor death will serve him. They shall be free."
Nice. Ooh, can you roll a percentile dice for me?
Sure.
Awesome.
And Dan, before we stop for the night, 'cause I know it's getting close, Kaylin will have something that she wants to do at the end.
Six.
Really?
Wow. The snow dies down. At a within a couple of minutes, the snow and wind die down. The sun comes out and offers a little bit of warmth, and your view is unobscured for quite a while, and for quite a distance, and you can feel. You just feel this slight sense of reassurance inside. Kaylin, what did you have?
Caitlin is going to kind of step off to herself, kind of completely away from the group. And she's going to get out the sending stone that Curious Lament has. And I'm going to send a message. This is Kaylin. Kaylin will kind of like prepare herself, just kind of like try to like, she's went over what she was going to say in her head. And this is Kaylin. Bad here. Red wizards of Thay making landfall. Watch out for rune with skull and circle. Death. Keep informed of your fight. That's 27 words. So.
Nice. Okay.
And then she'll pocket the stone. Probably not put it in her bag, but probably put it in some kind of pocket that's on her person to keep it close and rejoin the group.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything they want to do for tonight's session?
As soon as she's able to use her wings, Erwin will shoot them out, and again she'll fly straight up, ignoring the cold and clenching her hands so tightly that sparks of lightning dance across the scales on her knuckles.
Nice.
And she'll look around and she'll do her best to try to find this.
Okay.
And while she's up in the air, she's going to look for patterns in the snow, in the land, trying to see if there's any sort of runic connections here.
Okay.
She's going like way up, like
Nice.
frostbite inducing way up.
Okay. You fly way up and it's still really hard to see with all the snow. You're looking around as best you can, but you have about 25 feet worth of vision until at one point, in a matter of minutes, things clear up. The snow dies down, the wind dies down, you can see pretty far. Still too far to see, the army or anything. You do take an assessment of the land, and you don't see anything that would line up with anything runic or arcane. It just looks like a very barren wasteland. That does, you can see the devastation that disaster caused some century and a half ago. Very barren. Kaylin, I'm gonna say that as you're tucking your stone away, your notebook falls out of your pocket or wherever you have it.
Okay.
You pick it up, of course, and it opens up naturally to the last page where you were writing, and you don't remember doing this. You just remember writing furiously for that period of time. But on the last page there is a rough hand drawing of this little figure with the sheet, and repeated again and again and again and again, written behind. It stops when it hits the edge of this drawing and continues after, as though the figure's in front of the text. It just keeps saying, out of darkness and into the light. Out of darkness and into the light. And again in different sizes, different little shapes and fonts and stuff. You don't remember doing that, but it's there.
She will quickly shut her book and put it back in her bag.
Nice, awesome. And that is where we will end tonight's session. Whoo!
Now, Dan, to be completely honest, I was about to give up on that little guy. And then you said it, I was like, there's hope. There's hope.
Nice.
Night, Beth.
Oh yeah, take care, Beth. Thank you so much, as always. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Thank you, players, of course. Super fun. I had such a blast tonight. always such amazing role play. I can never get enough of your role play, so thank you for that. Thank you, chat, for keeping us so thoroughly entertained and being so awesome and hilarious and engaged. Thank you for the cheers and everything. Let me give a rundown here because you were all just so fantastic. Boop, 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 boop. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So thank you, Steph, for the host, as always. Yay! Thank you, Danny Phantom, for the cheers. Numerous cheers. Wow, 200 bits, 500 bits. And I hope I'm not missing any others. I'm so sorry if I am, but thank you. Thank you, Kim, for the host, for the tier 2 sub for you, and all the gifted subs for everyone else, and all the cheers. Amazing. So wonderful. You rock. So for anyone that's new, of course, this is our Friday night D&D campaign, Stormfall. You can catch us every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Next up this week will be Sunday night's campaign, the Obsidian Scar, exploratory type campaign with some what do we call them? Conspiracy theories and some other silliness.
Yeah.
Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, starting this Monday. Steph's campaign, The Forsaken, begins. Premiere episode. Do not miss it. This Monday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And it'll be every week. Gosh, what was Floating Cities, Intrigue, Forbidden Magic,
all kinds of stuff.
Check it out. And then, of course, Tuesday nights we have our All Evil campaign, Kier's Lament, every Tuesday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so I know we're running late in here, so I will wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, so much. Can't wait to catch you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.